What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, the Forbidden Land podcast, specifically. Today we'll be talking about the debate, the post-debate, rather. I don't know how much of the debate I will actually watch, but the debate was interesting. And before we get to that, I would like to talk about a clip I saw, unrelated to the debate, that I saw while I was prepping the doc for this. And, yeah, so this guy sold his house. He says he bought a house last month for $1.9 million and sold it today for $2.25 million. Saying that he made like a $300,000 profit or something like that. And that's not the part about the video that I care about. I care about a different part of this video that I only saw a couple people pointing out in the replies.
House last month for $1.925 million, and now I'm selling it for $2.25 million, right? Mm-hmm. Quick 300, signed, boom.
It's a wrap.
Sold, ready, imaginary champagne.
That seems to be his real estate agent, I think. So, you know, he's celebrating not making any money off this house. And I want you to listen to what the agent says.
It's a wrap.
Sold, ready, imaginary champagne.
Hot tour on that thing.
All right, sure.
The sure. Dude, what are you spitting on? Oh my god. I'll be firing my agent immediately. My favorite reply was someone saying if my realtor ever said hak tua on that thing, after I signed something, I'm ripping up the contract and swallowing the evidence. Oh man. So moving on to the debate talk. The debate was a disaster for Trump. It's just the inverse this time. Last time, you know, Biden was decaying on stage, and although Trump didn't do well either, in comparison to Biden, he did amazing. And this time around, it's the same Trump versus Kamala Harris, a more coherent, younger version of Joe Biden, pretty much. And with the added benefit of being a black woman, meaning that Trump is going to get extra risky on that front. And the debate was a disaster for him. He took the bait almost every time when she would, you know, try to bait him out on stuff. And I'm trying to look for the highlights because I would like to have some visual aid here. Yeah, let's go with the Guardian News. So she would like bait him, right? She'd be like, come to a Trump rally. You'll notice that it's the same old like stuff about like having issues with this, issues with that. And then you'll notice that people leave early. And dude, that enraged him so bad, and it made him go off the rails. And there's moments where like he starts talking about immigrants eating dogs and eating cats, and then arguing with the moderator over it.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there. She has a plan to confiscate everybody's gun.
President Trump,
she has a plan.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that part was pretty bad. I saw somebody say that Trump looks like his Saddam Hussein in his hiding spot. Real quick, not only does this bottle feel really squishy, but it smells horrible. It smells like somebody's sweaty ass. I'm going to pour this into a cup because this is bad. No, because what the fuck? So only time, Coke enjoyers, fuck you. It's the only time I decide I'm going to enjoy a Diet Coke. You know what happens? I get it in this decaying plastic bottle, and it smells like the employee shoved it up his sweaty ass. Or she. But no, this is like sweaty warehouse man stench. It's fucking disgusting. Okay. My God. That's bad, man. I've never seen a bottle do this before. Look. Oh my God. Oh, it smells horrible. God damn, dude. That's rough. Oh, so back on track. Sorry. Quick aside. Much better. Yeah, him saying that, they're eating dogs, they're eating your cats, all that. I think that's like the highlight of the debate, right? Like that's the main thing that people are like, holy shit, this dude's off the rails. Like this is taking like ultra online right-wing fear-mongering, bringing it out on a national TV where a bunch of like fiscally conservative people who really just want like tax cuts and shit like that, like those people see that and they go, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, so this is the thing, like, before I watched the debate, obviously I didn't live react to it this time like I did with the last one because I didn't think anything crazy was going to happen. Like in the last one, like I was only worried about the last one because we all knew, like, dude, Joe Biden was on the verge of death during that debate. I just wanted to have a live reaction to how bad he was going to do. And there's just something on my lens that I can't get off. It's just a scratch. And that's why I reacted to it on camera. With this one, it was like, I already know Kamala's not going to have any real policy to put forward because she's doing the classic Democrat thing where if you've watched one of her rallies, you've seen all the rallies, you've seen all the speeches. She's not going to say anything new. Trump is sort of the same way, but Democrats have a tighter control over stuff like this. And if the candidate was someone like Mitt Romney on the Republican side, it'd be the same thing. I'd have no reason to watch this debate. I would already know. I would just watch the highlights after. I would have no reason to see this, and they'd have a tightly controlled narrative they want to thread. Well, with Trump is such a wild card that you kind of have to watch the debate because Trump is so untested in a way that like we knew how he was going to respond to Biden, right? With Harris, I just wanted to see if he would just go full racism with it. I wanted to see if he would just start coming after her on a full, like, racist, misogynistic attack. He does kind of touch on it at one point, but it's brought up. It's not, like, spawned out of nowhere. I wanted to see how unhinged he'd get on immigration. I was surprised they were fact-checking Trump. I assume it's one of those things where you can only lie so much during the debate before the moderators have to be like, okay, dude, like, really? It'd be like if he just straight up said, my opponent is a white man. They'd be like, no, she isn't. It's just like blatant lies like that. Yeah, so the thing about the cats and the dog line is that if I had watched this debate the day before it aired, then I would have thought Trump legit snapped and went crazy. Keep this in mind, because this is how the majority of the people voting viewed this moment. And if you're not chronically online, you have no idea what this moment was even about. Which, this will go to show how much I've been touching grass lately, because me and my mom were on the phone, and I was, talking to her about whatever, and she was telling me about how she is working with this client who hires a deaf black man to mow his lawn. And that one day the client's neighbor tries to say hi to the guy mowing the lawn, and the guy can't hear him because he's deaf. The guy then calls the client. The neighbor calls the client and goes, I think there's an illegal Haitian in your front yard. And I go, huh? I go, illegal Haitian? This is the first I've heard about Haitians pouring over the border. I've been totally tapped out of the immigration talk, because all the stuff they say about immigration on the Republican side is all bullshit if you actually look at real data. And I go, what is this about an illegal Haitian? Why a Haitian? My mom informs me because J.D. Vance and the right-wing MAGA Republicans are pushing this narrative that there are Haitians pouring over the border, eating your pets, that someone claims that an illegal Haitian or an undocumented Haitian migrant ate their dog, and then it turns out that's not even true, that the only instance of something like that even remotely happened hours away in Ohio, where like a methed up guy ate someone's pet, completely unrelated to migration. And I'm getting really lightheaded. There might be an issue going on right now. And yeah, I was just like, I've never heard this line of rhetoric before. Illegal Haitians pouring over the border to eat your cats and dogs. So if I didn't have that conversation with my mom, I would have heard Donald Trump say, they're eating your dogs and your cats. I would have heard him say that and gone, what the fuck is that about? And I would have started questioning if Trump was even mentally well enough to run for the office, which he kind of isn't, obviously. I want to pull up the clip.
In Springfield, they're eating
Nice
the
format,
dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cat. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
There have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
You talk about extreme. This is, I think, one of the reasons why in this election I actually have the endorsement of 200 Republicans.
Boring. I don't care about the endorsement from war criminals like Dick Cheney. I'll get to that part. That's the only thing I don't really like. That's one of the two things that I disliked Kamala Harris talking about in this, but with, an obvious third thing that I don't think has to be said, but I'll still mention it anyways. But him saying that they're eating dogs and they're eating your cats, that was such a crazy moment for me. And I feel like it definitely didn't go down well with the people. I've seen a lot of reaction videos of people like in bars watching the debate, laughing at that moment. I have like a weird pressure in my temple. And I have like a bit of a headache forming behind my eyes. This happens every time I drink Coke. Like Diet or Coke Zero. It happens every time. I'm going to keep drinking it. Maybe I'm being poisoned by plastic. Maybe I just need to stop buying it from Kroger. That might be a good idea. Fuck Kroger. All my homies hate Kroger. But yeah, so on Harris's side, she did well for what she is. She's a liberal Democrat candidate who's going to try to appeal to as broad a base as possible, aiming towards the middle. That's been the case since Bill Clinton. It's been the case since Obama, John Kerry, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, all of them. Al Gore even, sort of. That's been the case since all of them. They're all moderate Democrats who are aiming for the broadest base of support, which includes trying to get votes from Republicans. But there were moments where she tries to talk about immigration. I hate it when she talks about it. She keeps talking about the right-wing border bill. But, you know, they call it a bipartisan border bill. It's right-wing in nature. It's designed to be a right-wing capitulating border bill. The moment where she starts talking about the Republicans endorse me, then like Dick Cheney and people like that, it's like, who are you swaying when you bring up Dick Cheney's endorsement of Kamala Harris? Who are you like swaying the vote in favor of? And then obviously the Israel-Palestine stuff, just hammering the same points over and over about Israel and its right to defend itself. It's just getting old at this point. Every time she's asked the question, it just gets worse and worse. There's going to be such a large chunk of voters that don't vote for her over this issue because they see her as like the genocide facilitator. And that's the thing, like, they do an arms embargo. You know how many fucking people are ready to like door knock for her, dude? I just don't get it. I don't get why the campaign is refusing to change their minds on this issue. So after this debate, Trump put out on Truth Social, when a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris, the Democrats' radical left candidate, on Tuesday night. She immediately called for a second debate. She and Crooked Joe have destroyed our country. Blah, 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 blah. He then says, Kamala should focus on what she should have done during the last almost 4-year period. There will be no third debate. Dude, it's a shame we're not going to get a... it's a shame we're not going to get a Fox News debate. Because, my God, all the Fox News viewers would just see him crash and burn. I think it was his campaign that told him not to do another one. Which I'm surprised it would even go through to him. Probably his son that was like, hell no, dude. Like, don't fucking do another debate. You suck at them. That was really bad. The Groyper talking points are not working. It's the same reason... Sorry if the camera's shaking, by the way. It's the same reason why J.D. Vance is not a popular candidate amongst Republicans. It's the same reason why if Donald Trump Jr. ran for president, he wouldn't have the same smoke and the same level of pull that his dad has. And yeah, it's just real bitch behavior to back out of the debate like this. And then I find that Mike Collins, this huge piece of shitbag that represents the 10th district in Georgia, the one that has the Appalachia High School in it. He's the one that I told you to harass about this issue. Apparently, he tweeted out after the debate, before Trump said he wasn't gonna do the next debate, he said, "You want to know who won? Find out who refuses to do a second debate." Oh, it's just perfect, dude. The jokes write themselves. I mean, they really do. I mean, yeah, the polls are actually showing that she smashed him in the debate. The polls are showing that she's doing better than him now amongst likely voters. At least the last time I looked, that's what it said. Oh, let me look. Look at these polls. See all presidential polls. From a poll from yesterday and today, 1,400 likely voters were polled by Reuters. Or it's sponsored by Reuters. 47 Harris, 42% Trump. That's the lowest I've seen his number. I think since like a week ago. Yesterday it was 50-45. That's 3,300 voters from the Morning Consult. Amongst 719 likely voters from SoCal Strategies, it's 48-45. And yeah, so I mean, those are quite the poll numbers. And at this point, his base has to be like brainwashed, right, to believe that he's actually doing well in the polls. I have seen a few MAGA supporters be like, yeah, no, he did horrible in that debate. But yeah, the debate did not go well for him. I'm sad we're not going to get more debates. Dude, he keeps robbing us of good content. I want that good content. He keeps robbing us of it. We're not going to get a televised Georgia trial anymore because Fani Willis fucked it. We're not going to get more debates from him now because he's a little scared fucker that doesn't want to do them anymore because he lost this one so bad. He keeps robbing us of good content, dude. Fuck. We need better content. We need more. I wanted to see a town hall debate. I wanted to see a debate in front of Fox News moderators. I kept saying I want the debate to be on Fox News, not ABC. Fox. I want to see it on Fox. I want to see her humiliate him on Fox News. Another funny touch is him saying that they're going to take all your guns, and then Kamala is like, no, me and Walls are gun owners. Why the fuck would we take your guns? I was like, that was kind of funny. Because it is that classic like idea of like, a lot of liberals do own guns, and, you know, as a leftist, I would own a gun because I'd be a responsible gun owner. But dude, I just want more debates. Come on, give me them. Give me. Give me more. Give me more content. These rallies are so boring. There's a reason why she said people leave the rallies. It's the same stuff every rally. And there's no one there for him to fight. There's no grand enemy for him to fight anymore. You need the debates for him, so he has someone to go after. That was his strong suit in 2016 and 2020, was that he had a target to go after on the spot instead of just crying about them at rallies. This was his chance, but he's lost so much of the smoke. He's gotten so old now that he's just like, well, you know, they want to open our border up, and I mean, what'd you just say about my rallies? And then he gets super fired up. He's like, I have the best rally numbers. And as soon as he's off that, and he has to talk about shit that he doesn't care about, he goes, well, you know, they want to lower tariffs on these goods, and they just don't They just don't care about you, and is she even black? It kind of sounds like Ronald Reagan, my impression. And like that's his energy now. It's he's out of the juice, man. Out of juice. Yeah, God, what a poor debate. We're gonna take a break. During that break, you will hear a juicy little message from me. And we'll be right back with some topics, not debate related probably, but they could be. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Did you know we have a Patreon channel? If you want to go over to patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod, you can support this podcast. For $1 a month, you can simply just send me $1. For $3 a month, not only are you sending me $3 for support, you also get your own Discord channel and your own role on the Discord. And if you send me $10 a month, with a 7-day free trial included in that, you get all of my bonus content, including your own feed that includes these episodes and the bonus episodes. So if you want to hear my thoughts that I don't usually say on the public episodes, including a more just chill kind of episode in general, you can pay $10 a month and get those episodes. There's also a $15 tier with a 7-day free trial that is just sending me an extra $5 if you're feeling like you want to send me an extra $5. It's the same as the $10 tier. And there's a $100 tier. That's the same thing. If you want to send me $100 to support the project, go for it. It has the same benefits of the other tiers. So go on over to patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod and get some bonus content or a Discord channel or both. Back to the episode. So apparently one of the people that prepped Donald Trump for the debate was Laura Loomer. And if you know anything about Laura Loomer, she's this crazy right-wing conspiracist and all that. Just a typical right-winger. So did Matt Gaetz also helped him, but Laura Loomer is just like an awful racist shitbag. And she's one of the people that helped him debate prep. And apparently on September 8th, she tweeted out, she said, quote, "If at Kamala Harris wins, the White House will smell like curry, and White House speeches will be facilitated via a call center. The American people will only be able to convey their feedback through a customer satisfaction at the end of the call, a satisfaction survey at the end of the call that nobody will understand." Holy shit. What a fucking tweet, dude. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene saying this is appalling and extremely racist. It does not represent who we are as Republicans or MAGA. It does not represent Trump. This type of behavior should not be tolerated ever. First of all, she would say something like this. So let's not pretend like Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't racist. She is very much racist. And Donald Trump toes the line of being outwardly racist. I mean, he literally says that Kamala Harris isn't black. So, like, he's racist. And she debate prepped him after this tweet was tweeted out. So, I mean, the campaign was aware of a tweet like this. And, yeah, that's a horrible thing to say. It's obvious that it's a tweet playing off of Indian stereotypes. I don't know. That's just so horrible. Also, let's say that Kamala Harris like does decide to make curry one day for some reason. Just 'cause. What's the problem with that? Let's take that line into isolation. Let's pretend that she's instead saying if Biden wins, that White House will smell like curry. Like, not only does it make even less sense now because it's like not even a stereotype for white people. What's the issue with the White House smelling like curry if she decided to make curry? What's the problem with that? Curry's pretty good. I don't I don't understand that. And then obviously saying that the White House speeches will be facilitated via a call center. I mean, that's just so blatantly racist at that point. Why you have to say something like that? This is why they call the Republicans weird. Because it's like, why are you choosing to say shit like that? Dude, you remember what people used to say about Obama. I mean, even after Obama's presidency, you remember what people were saying about black people in general. Like, Steven Crowder's famous for this, where no matter who the black guy is, no matter where he's from, his impression of that person is the same impression every time. It's like a stereotypical, I don't even know what to describe it as. It's like the stereotypical racist caricature of a black man. It's like a minstrel show level stereotyping. And that's like the classic Steven Crowder impression of a black person. And they just choose to do that. And Laura Loomer's no different. She's just choosing to be racist towards Indians. What does JD Vance have to say about that? If y'all are unaware, JD Vance is married to an Indian person. So, what does JD Vance have to say about this? This gross stereotyping of Indian people. Someone that Trump surrounded himself with, because that's who prepped him for the debate. I want to know what someone like JD Vance thinks. Oh, and the other thing I didn't say about the debate was that at a certain point, the moderator asks, the moderator says, JD Vance said in a recent interview that you would veto an abortion ban if it came to your desk. And Trump goes, hold on, JD Vance doesn't speak for me. And me and JD Vance haven't talked about this subject together. Dude, what a look for the Trump campaign. What a bad look. I mean, he was already shafting Mike Pence during the original 2016 and 2020 campaigns. But what a horrible look to throw your VP pick, JD Vance, under the bus like that. Oh, I don't know why JD Vance is speaking for me. It's like, that's his job. His job is to speak for the campaign, specifically for the presidential nominee. So that was embarrassing. But yeah. Moving on to a completely different topic. Minecraft. Ooh. Dude, all the early and mid 20-year-olds just lit up. We're talking about Minecraft. Ooh. Minecraft just announced that they are going to be doing smaller updates. Very cool. And no more mob vote. We did it. The way that I found out about this was through a tweet of someone putting the soldiers learning that Hitler was dead. And being like, this is what the mob vote being canceled feels like. Oh my god. Just remember what the mob vote took from you. I hope these smaller updates entail people like Mojang adding in the mobs that were rejected in the mob vote. But yeah. I also wanted to show this neat little video. And talk about a rabbit hole that I've been going down. Look at this. This is this dude's beta 1.7 world. What a nostalgia trip. Also, I think that's isn't it Dry Hands? Isn't that the song? That was from this person. Reddit user 1NE Inte. This is their handle. Go check out that post. But yeah, I think the song is Dry Hands. So a couple rapid fire topics while I down the rest of this yogurt, which will clearly make it obvious when I filmed that Patreon plug. Because I'm eating yogurt in it. Same one, guys. Continuity broken. Actually, continuity saved. What am I talking about? Couple rapid fire topics. Dave Grohl cheated on his wife and had a kid with her. Shit. Dude announced it like he was pulling out of the election. I mean, like, it was kind of a weird way to announce that you cheated on a weird way to announce that you cheated on your wife. And then had a baby out of wedlock, bro. You have adult children. It's kind of weird, right? That he was even doing this. Apparently he's known as being a serial cheater, though, so this isn't that surprising. But still. Just a little weird. Immediately what came to mind was I have another confession to make. From the beginning of am I really forgetting the name of the song? The Best of You. God, Best of You. That's what it is. Best of You. Fuck. What a flop on that reference. Shit. People have already made references, though, to it. Like, people have already made edits of it. The other piece of news is that Chester Bennington's family, I think, has come out and said it's a betrayal of the family to bring on this new singer. Which, like, it really harkens back to I don't understand why they would bring on this singer. Dude, Scientology must be a fucking powerful organization if they can sneak a high-ranking member into the lead singer role, or I guess co-lead singer role, of Linkin Park to replace Chester Bennington. The only good news that has come out of this is that it has made me go back and re-listen to songs I like from Linkin Park. Some of the songs I like include... I made a whole playlist of them. I like Burning in the Skies. That is my favorite Linkin Park song, hands down. I love Living Things is a special album to me because that was the first album I ever listened to from Linkin Park. Songs like Burn It Down. Dude, if you used the 3DS video app back then, you heard Burn It Down. There was an AWOL Nation song you would have heard too, but Burn It Down by Linkin Park was on the app. It was on the video app. Oh my god. That was like the moment I became obsessed with Linkin Park. And then Love Lost in the Echo. Castle of Glass is good, but you have to watch the music video for the superior version of Castle of Glass. That's the superior version. It's slightly different. The little like that little drum that happens with the little like sound that's happening in the streaming version, that's not there. So it's like this hauntingly slow eerie sound that starts the song in the music video. I love Waiting for the End. What I've Done is a classic. Numb is a classic. Breaking the Habit, Somewhere I Belong, classics. Love them. And so yeah, it's made me go back and listen to old Linkin Park songs. Even Heavy, the 2017 song that came out a couple months before his passing. Even that's a pretty like beautiful song if you're not thinking about it from the perspective of it not being a hard Linkin Park song. Still a beautiful song. And like haunting lyrics. Waiting for the End is also a very disturbing song to listen to if you have the context of his passing in mind. But overall, you know, I've been going back and listening to some fucking bangers as a result of this news. I don't think I'll be, if I listen to the new album, it'll be through YouTube with an ad blocker, probably. Who said that? I don't know who said that. I don't want to support them. I guess I could just listen to it on Spotify. Not like their ass is going to pay them. So, I'll listen to it just to hear what it sounds like. I have no interest in supporting them as a band with this singer. If they dropped her right now and just erased everything involving her, I'd forget it ever happened. So, come on, Mike, do it for us, please. Speaking of Linkin Park, I've been listening to them while going to the gym. Dude, I've been making some gains. I haven't really achieved my goal of losing a lot of weight yet, but I've been kind of doing the accidental goal of building a lot of muscle. I'm built, dude. Sorry, I have the urge to sneeze right now for some reason. I'm like built right now. I want you to see this. I have a shirt on underneath this, so don't get rowdy. All right? Nothing crazy is going to be shown. But look at my arm. Because I did a lot of bicep and tricep stuff today. And you might think like, oh, that's just a normal looking arm. Dude, look at the line. It's solid. We even got a little bit of the dent here going. Look at this. You can't really tell. I'm too white. Dude, look at this. Look at this shit. Yeah, look at that indent right there. See, I'm getting a little tricep going. I'm still working on this part. This part's still pretty flabby. But everything else, the biceps and triceps are looking good. The forearms are looking good. I mean, look at that. Trigger warning, good looking muscles. I'm proud of myself. I even went up in weight today. Which is like, it's like small, right? It's not anything crazy. But I did go up in weight. I went from doing 10-pound free weights to 15-pound free weights and doing more reps with them as well. So I was really pushing it where I could really feel my arms start to feel tense and big. And I moved on to a 40-pound bar for bicep curls. And these, I always forget what they're called. They're like reverse bicep curls, and they work on your forearms a little bit. I pushed myself on skull crushers. I pushed myself on these thingies. I did some lat pull downs just to get a little bit of shoulder stuff going. And it does your biceps too, so you get that added benefit. What else did I do? Oh, I did the bicep curl like machine thing. Ow. Fuck me, dude. I did these, which are for like this part and your shoulders a little bit. A lot of it goes into this part as well. So I'm getting kind of broad. It also works out this part too if you want that indent. So I do like my new sets now are I do bicep curls sitting down. So you get that gravity going so they hang back. Get the bicep curls going. Then I do the hammer curls. I do 12 per set. And I don't stop between the bicep and the hammer curls. But you do rest between doing the full 24. And then I get the bar and I do 5. And then I do the full range for another 5. And then I do 5 more. And that hurts. And then you rest, do another set of that. Then you only do 2 sets of that. Then you do a set of this. And I usually do about 12 to 15, whatever you're comfortable with. And then I rest, do another set. Then on the third set, my goal is 8. If I get to 8 and I feel like I could mentally push further, I will. Don't make yourself pass out. Please breathe. And then I do 7.5 pounds on this. And I do like 2 sets of 10 for each arm. And then I do The third set where I just keep going till it burns, like till it hurts too much to keep going. Yeah, see, I'm hitting the desk. I do go to a gym for this, by the way. I'm not doing it in here. And then I did do lat pull downs today, but that's kind of separate from the bicep and tricep workouts that I do. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And you just saw the results. That's from about 2 months now of doing that consistently. Tomorrow will probably be leg day. I haven't done leg day in like 3 days, 4 days if we count tomorrow. I'll do leg day then. Yeah, I'm gonna do probably leg day. But that's my gym progress. For once, talking about myself on the podcast, the thing that this podcast is supposed to be, which is talking about me. I have been losing a lot of body fat, which I'm excited for. I've lost a lot of the fat around my jaw and around my face. The gut is a little harder for me to lose a lot of fat on, but that seems to be a problem with a lot of guys. I've replaced a lot of the fat on my arms with muscle. Same thing on my legs. My legs have gotten a little tinier because I'm burning fat faster than I'm putting on the muscle again. But I still have a lot of strong muscles in my legs. But I did before I started going to the gym anyways, because I used to go on a lot of walks. So, yeah. So here's your fun fact of the episode. So if Kamala Harris is elected and sworn in, she has to be sworn in for this fact to apply. If she is sworn in, and in the unlikely event that Jimmy Carter is still alive, let's be real, guys, he's almost 100. I don't know if he'll make it. But if he does, then it will be the first time in U.S. history that 6 former presidents are alive at the same time, while the 7th is currently in office. So it would be Kamala's in office, and you'd have Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, Carter. So there's your fun fact. It'd be the first time in U.S. history that 6 former U.S. presidents are still alive at the same time during the new administration. So, anyways, I feel like is that really? Yeah, that's a fact. We'll count it as a fact. That has to be a fact. I didn't, because it's just like a hypothetical. Like if he dies between now and when she gets sworn in, then it's like, oh, I guess it doesn't really apply anymore. But we'll make that the fact. So, thanks for watching. Support us on Patreon. Listen to us on other platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube Music, your Echo, your Amazon Echo, your Samsung Oven. That's a new one. I don't know, whatever runs the Samsung Music app. I don't know if like the fridge runs it or if whatever appliance they have runs that kind of stuff. You'll figure it out. So, all right. Have a good rest of your week. I'll see y'all on Friday. And yeah. Bye.